Welcome to our 14th episode. I'm Sammy Chimona Hihi Alayubi. I appreciate you guys jumping in on our crash course series. We're going to be looking here at some more advanced material techniques as it comes to applying them. All right, over here, we started to use some hot spots, but I want to change this up a little bit. I want to go ahead and I'm going to take over here a brick texture, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to apply one of the brick textures to the wall. Bricks and architecture, when it comes to these arches, it can be tough to do, but let's do them correctly. Let's tackle them head on. If I apply the material, let's take a look at this. It is really warped. So I'm going to go ahead and I want to come over here to our align to grid. I'm going to click that. It looks a little bit better. It starts us off with this hallway. So far, this hallway is looking pretty solid. The bricks are lining up just well. Now here's when it becomes more difficult, is when we come to these arches. If I try to align it to the grid, it looks okay. But once we get up here, notice that the bricks, they start to get cut off, and then up here, it doesn't look so natural. We can go ahead and we can change that. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to come to this arch. I'm going to select one of these edges. I'm going to press G to select the ring, V to cut through. And now I'm going to come over to the side. UV peel, I'm going to make sure world space is checked. I'm going to click UV peel. Okay, let's switch it to the opposite axis. Click UV peel, and now what we have is an archway where the bricks are lining up, and it looks like someone came and constructed this by hand. Okay, the opposite way is going to be to just use the grid, and it doesn't quite look as good. So we want to go ahead and we want to make sure that we keep this UV peeled, and this UV peel, we can do the same thing over here. Let's apply this, select this edge, press G, V, and then UV peel this as well. And now what we have are two arches made of bricks that start to really make this really nice. All right, I'm going to just finish out the rest of this by grabbing that and turning that into bricks. Same with the rest of these faces. We're going to keep the floor though. I've got a same technique for the floor that's going to show how this floor pattern can really also sell this as well. Okay, so we've done the walls. Now on the floor, one way to do this is if I were to go ahead and apply it and just tell it to align to the grid. This doesn't look so bad, but we can give this some definition. We can get this to curve, and here's how we're going to do that. Okay, let's go ahead. Let's make sure that all these previous selections are aligned to the grid, so we click that first. You'll notice as we continue to go through this that the tops of these really begin to have a difficult time with the brick textures. And so we're going to go ahead, we're going to UV peel this, and then we're going to UV peel the bottom as well. Okay, so coming over here, I'm going to go ahead and select our wall. I'm sorry, our floor. I'm going to press Alt N. I'm going to make it its own separate mesh. Press G after I select an edge, V, and let's go ahead and peel this. Let's do it around the U axis. There we go. Now you can see it's curving towards that. And since I've gone ahead and separated that mesh, this is going to be separated as well. I'm going to click on this side, double click over here. Sorry, actually. 2, 3. Let's go ahead and UV peel this. There we go. It's starting to look better. And same with this one. Let's UV peel and select this edge. UV peel that as well. Awesome. So now that I've UV peeled everything, I have here some brick architecture, and it's starting to look like a lot more natural, especially with these curves that we've put in. Okay, the other thing that we can do with UV peel, this is a common request, is how we can get roads, sidewalks. I'm going to type in road, select the road material. Same idea. I'm going to Alt N, first of all, separate this, make it its own mesh, press Shift T. Notice how the roads, it doesn't quite work with anything else. So what we do, select this, press GV. Okay, we're going to UV peel. This is going to be offset a little bit, so that's fine. I'm going to select that and go ahead with our UV peel tool. Let's change this to 256, press UV peel, and now it's going to line it up right in the middle. Okay, that's perfect. So we've gotten a road kind of abruptly stopped here. That's fine. We're doing this for demonstration purposes. Last thing I'm going to do, I'm going to grab this concrete tool, press Shift right click, And if I want to go ahead and finish out the rest of this, there's a few ways that I can do this, but I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to select these, I'm going to press Alt-H, and by pressing Alt-H, we can go ahead and we can use that hotspot technique that we learned earlier to go ahead and give us some nice curvature on these walls. So sometimes you want to use the hotspot tool. Okay, other times you're going to want to go ahead and use the UV peel tool. Okay, but regardless of whichever it is that you use, you want to just continue to experiment and see what looks better. I'm just going to go ahead and finish this out. As we wrap up this tutorial. All right. So one of the things that I have been enjoying is seeing a lot of people's progress pictures, and now we're starting to get to the point where these progress pictures are really starting to take shape as our tutorial series covering everything that we can about Hammer is going to dive deeper and deeper into the more complex aspects, since at this point we've really covered a majority of the basics and even some of the more advanced parts. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. We'll see you guys on our next Hammer portion.